Hello, everyone, and welcome again to Growing Up Alien. There's been some interesting situations popping up, and I've heard from other people too that have been remote viewing and also just getting different experiences. So, yeah, yesterday was kind of cool. Getting remote views again, plus a lot of craft activities. So, last night, I also have a list of things so I don't forget what I'm trying to say. Anyway, last night, this is the best AI I could get. I didn't have my camera with me. So it's kind of cold up here in Massachusetts, probably, 20s and stuff at night. I mean, 30s and 40s during the day. So I go out every night to close the birds, the chickens, may put everybody to bed. And it's pretty, when you're a farmer, everything you do is pretty well regulated. Like, so upstairs knows what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And I hadn't expected on looking up at the sky much last night. It's cold, so I'm just going to go close the chickens and come back in. So I did look up. We had some quite a bit of cloud cover last night. So I looked up, and in between the clouds, well, there were some ships. I'm like, oh, they're right. Okay, all right. They were doing their thing, moving around. There's quite a few. I'd probably say four or five. And then I get a light show, which was I was like, wow, okay, I didn't expected this. I never really carry my camera, my cell phone, I mean, around with me. And I have to be careful what I say on here because YouTube's, looking around for people. So, it's not a good idea to have your cell phone on you for different reasons. You know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I don't have it on me very often, especially when I'm out working with the animals. I mean, why would I have it? So I didn't have it with me last night. But it would have been a good show. And I think my cell might have captured what I saw last night. So there was this wild, flashing above the clouds, like I mean, it's pretty close here to what you would see. There's no sun, there's no moon out last night. It was just all cloud cover, and the flashing was very regulated. Stuff is starting to kind of piece together, and this is what you want to do when you have experiences to kind of think about them and reflect on them and try to piece them together. So I never saw Close Encounters. I don't see a lot of movies. I'm not a movie person, so I never saw Close Encounters, but I did a couple of weeks ago. I was kind of compelled to. I was like, I'm gonna watch this, right? So I watched it. Very good. I mean, it was well done. Well done. So I think I was told to watch it for certain aspects of it. So last night when they were flashing, they were kind of boomerang shaped flashes of light above the clouds. And so one ship was talking to the other ship. There was probably, well, I'm just going to guess because what I saw were probably three or four ships that were doing the flashing. And the flashing, that's what then reminded me, it was rhythmic flashing. There would be like a flash here, the other ship across the way would flash back, then another one would flash twice, and then they would flash and flash twice and flash back. And it almost felt like the tones that you heard in that movie, Close Encounters, and then it's like it was almost like there was a message in the flash. It was just very rhythmic. So that was pretty wild. That was last night's light show. So I don't think too many people would have saw it or even understood what they were seeing because nobody looks up. People complain they don't see ships and lights. Well, you're looking up. It's not going to be on the sidewalk. So any time of day or night, folks, keep an eye out for this kind of stuff. But last night was probably the best thing I've really experienced. Well, yeah, to a point. I saw one up close, but that was a different story. So this morning, next door. I mean, this looks weird, but AI is such a pain in the butt. How come it can't see what I'm thinking? Anyway, usually early morning, around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, Eeka comes and we kind of hang out together and cuddle, and he usually falls asleep or what have you. But he was with me again this morning, and I happened to notice that, like, what the heck? He was wearing this bracelet on his. This is the I know who cares? It was on his right hand. I saw the bracelet on his right hand. I said, he doesn't usually. So he lifted his hand up and I could see it, and it was it's like a stainless steel silver, but it was rounded, more not quite like this, but that's what it would have looked like. Um, and it was definitely extraterrestrial. And he didn't tell me what it was, but he did show it to me. So that was this morning's thing. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder why he's wearing that and what's it for. Well, maybe we'll find out. Because I think I was meant to see it. since he was still wearing it. Oh, some little funny story for those of you who spend a lot of time with your upstairs family and play around, and so I'm trying this new product. Pros is for your, it's a hair care product. I have very limp, fine, but thick hair. It's like, really, like trying to get it to be a little fluffier or something. But I trying pros, and the shampoo was kind of, I'll be honest, I seem to kind of like it, and it has a nice smell. So I was like, oh, this has a nice smell. And all of a sudden I hear this, it is a nice smell. So himself was nice. Also, that may be our first ad, right? Pleiadians like pros. Try it, right? Anyway, that was that. The next photo is that we're gonna get into the remote viewing stuff now. Yeah, I've been getting some remote view hits, and they're starting to I'm starting to get like a trail of these images of towers and natural towers. So this is from a tarot card deck I play with. This was the first tower image that I got several years ago. And it was really intense. And I kept getting this image of this tower. And you see this man here and these guys look, extraterrestrial, other than the little wingies. I take off the wings and the pointy ears and you're good. But I mean, that is what our people look like upstairs. They're very beautiful like this. And I was told, like, see, these are two off-planet people, and they wanted it to sort of coincide to me and Eeka, what we would look like in our well, he's in his real body, but if I was in my real body, my beautiful real body, I want my body back. Anyway, um, yeah, like something to do with us in this tower. And the song that I was given and the specific lyrics were Red Hot Chili Peppers. They picked this. I mean, they do pick the the different songs I'm given, and you guys know because you get the same thing. Like I always tell everyone, look, this is not a unique experience. There are thousands, if not millions, of people on this planet who are having this exact same experience, and probably even more amazing ones, and they're just not coming forward. So I really want to make this channel about you guys, and please come forward and contact me, and let's get your story on here. So I got Danny, California, and they said, look at this lyrics. Down in the Badlands, she was saving the best for last. Heck. So these towers, so images of the tower rock formations. And while I was loading up this picture outside my window several streets down, I see this 1950s car drive by. The Venusians are very fond. Val and his stepbrother Don are very fond, particularly Don is very fond of 1950s. Not only are they fond of the 1950s fashion, hairstyles, but they're very fond of the 1950s vehicles. And Don actually had a car from the 1950s. So, wow. I was just like, okay, that was meant to go by at that time as a symbol of something while I was loading these tower things. So this was the first tower I was given, and it is the tower card in this deck. And then the Close Encounters has all the towers, Devil's Tower, right? I'm like, okay, Close Encounters. I said, these towers, see? So it's curious. And the most recent thing I got concerning towers was the song that Val gave me, Send Me an Angel from the Scorpions. And if you look at their video, the official video for Send Me an Angel, there's these, and I'm just blown away. I'm like, oh my God, there's these towers, the Badlands towers, also the Anasazi. So if you look at the imagery in Send Me an Angel, there's something in there because it makes no sense in that. So you remember a lot of the artists, movie producers, people who write novels, they are given instructions by upstairs to be sort of a soft disclosure or to reveal things, not only to reveal soft disclosure, but to hold messages. So many of your artists aren't 100% sure. Some are, but not all of them are. They just feel like they have a muse giving them information, but the muse is not a muse. The muse is upstairs feeding them information. So it really didn't make any sense that in this Send Me an Angel video, they were showing all of this out west United States. There's a German band. Out west the United States, all of these tower structures, these mesas and all that, plus the Anasazi. Very interesting. So there's a message there. And I'd love to hear from you guys. If any of you are getting the same thing, what messages you're getting, put these in the comments so everyone can see them. What kind of information you've been feeding and anything you're getting from this. So you can watch that, maybe watch Close Encounters again or watch Send Me an Angel, the video from the Scorpions, and see if any of that makes sense, because there's something going on for sure with that. In the remote view, one picture I'm not going to show you because, like I said, YouTube's up my arse and they'll be up. They're not up everybody's, it's just obviously they don't want us doing what we're doing because we're the enemy. This is why people always ask, why blah, because you're the enemy combatant, dude. We're enemy combatants. They want to take us down, baby. I've been hit my whole life and you've probably been hit too. They want us down. So, it's a war. It is a war. One of the images I keep getting, how can I say this, is a poofy mushroom thingy, a poofy mushroom bang thing. Remember that? World War II, when they made the poofy mushrooms over the Japanese? You know what those things are, right? So the poofy mushroom image keeps coming into my arena. So Farsight, as well as the future forecasters, also were talking about poofy mushrooms. So the thing with a remote view is you get an image, but what does it mean? So that doesn't mean there's going to be a poofy mushroom. It could be an AI. So a couple of suggestions that just I have trying to understand the image I've been given with that and some of the other images. I've been given images of unrest. These images of unrest were either in South America or some part of Africa, where there were crowds of people on the streets and they were being harassed by military, those military down those areas. I saw that. I've seen some situations in either Europe or United States. I've seen situations in the East as well. Now, will they all happen at once? I don't know. Are they going to be AI images? Remember who controls the media? So unless you're actually there, whatever, see, that's the thing. You don't know what you're actually seeing. You can trust nothing. That's how bad this is. You can't trust anything. They could be showing you a movie, and are they trying? I don't know what they're trying. I don't know what's happening. I just feel like a lot of pieces are on the chessboard right now. And sure, the deep state is, rocking and rolling because it's going to be a tough situation. This also leads us to the situation with average people who are not understanding what's going on. And you see when you watch regular TV, all the media promoting just everything is fine, folks. It's just a regular day. Go do your Christmas shopping, have a good time. Look at the sales. Your average person who I don't blame, they are zombies. That's sad to say. And some of the other remote viewers see them as zombies. Now they've been mind controlled, they've been poisoned. It's sad. I don't know I don't know how they're gonna, like, what role they're gonna play here. I don't know what's gonna happen to them because this is just a personal opinion, but I can't see them functioning outside of this social construct, because they have not only been damaged mentally and literally, right? But I don't think they can handle responsibility, like self-control, being responsible for your actions, living in service rather than servitude where everything is done for you. And of course, they've been, how can I say this? Fed, or they chose, they chose to be fed lots of different things from the regular institutions, let's say. I can't say anything more than that. Yeah, you go to your pharmacy and you pick up a bunch of stuff and you eat all that stuff. That stuff was what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to fit in, to be honest. And you have to be careful. I never tell people what to think or do. I just, I just don't think it's ever going to be anything but catastrophic disclosure. I just don't. What they're going to do, these people, I don't know. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's that thing. Part of the remote viewing that I've seen with the little mushroom poofy thing. Because I'm almost like one of the, so because there's many scenarios when you remote view. There's many scenarios because you don't really know. You're just shown something, but what does it mean? Is it symbolic? Is it an AI? Is it literal? Like that is the thing you're going to see. Is it what people are thinking about? What the movers and shakers are thinking about? So you just don't know what it actually means. One of the perspectives that I had concerning it is that we have a critical mass of people who are understand what's going on. There's a critical mass. There's a lot of us, but there's a lot of us that are on the other side. So normal people, let's call them that, the ones who are what a lot of the, like I said, remote viewers call zombies. They're basically, enemy combatants. I hate to tell you. I mean, that's what they are. They are not, if you're not on, I mean, there's two sides in a war, folks. And and you hear these people who are all woo woo and la la, and that's great. Everyone has their own path in life and they serve a purpose. They serve a purpose because the happy camper, woo woo, everything's love and light, and I love everybody. You hit me in the head, I still love you, and all that stuff. That's fine because we do need that kind of energy because they're very positive and they make you feel good. And we need that. And they're going to play a role after catastrophic disclosure. However, when you're in a war situation, like it is upstairs, you have two sides. You have one side and another side. So, yeah, and the two are going at it. And, you got to pick a side, right? I mean, that's just natural. So I saw that. And then my perspective is going to be, it might take something like a big poofy poof, shit show, to slap these people in the face. I think they're going to melt down no matter what, to be honest. But I don't, like I said, I don't know. Is part of the plan to melt them down completely so that they're completely just trashed, that they just die of shock or whatever? Or is the kick in the ass basically they're going to knock him some sense into him? I don't know. Way above my pay grade. Another vision I was shown was this. Actually, a friend of mine was shown the same thing. We've been, a lot of the remote viewers were actually kind of seeing the same thing. But I was shown this place. It looks like out west. This is the image I'm showing you here. It's AI. This is something like what I saw. This is pretty close, actually. I'm surprised AI nailed it. I wonder why. Maybe you never know sometimes what AI is doing. Is like, did it nail it on purpose? So I was shown what appears to be a military base way out in the middle of nowhere, out west, surrounded by these very high mountainous mesa, these kinds of looking things like sandstone. And you would never see this thing. The base is that color, which I'm glad they made it that color. And it's flat like that. And it's tucked in between these just massive types of mountainy things that look just like this. Middle of nowhere. What is this? I don't know. It's pivotal in what's happening. But if any of you have seen something like this, again, like I said, always I want to hear from you. We all need to work together, folks. We all need to work together. And like I said, this channel is a united channel of all of us who are in this, situation right now. No one on this channel is here just to tell their story. They're here telling their stories because everybody's got to come out. You guys got to come out. That's the thing. You guys are the counterintelligence. You got to come out. You got to share what you're seeing. That doesn't mean, like I said, we're all under attack, right? So you have to be careful how you say it, but you can say it. Use your creativity, right? Use your creativity. So that is the last thing that I saw was this mountain range. So that's today's remote view. Like I said, please share your remote views in the comment section. And let's see how this rolls out, guys. Keep looking up at the sky, and if you can get any pictures, whatever, definitely share that for sure. We want those on. I share a lot of people send me their stuff. All of our members, they send me stuff, and I share those in shorts or what have you, and just to get that message out there. So, all right, onward and upward, as they say, and let's hope to be landing this ship ASAP, because I think we're all sick and tired of the foot dragging, the yada yada yada, the next week, the next, you know how that is. I think we've all just totally had it with like, oh, just be patient. We've been patient. We've been patient for thousands of years. We've been patient, folks. I mean, how much patience, oh, another week, and then weeks go by or months go by and you get a crumb. It's like, no, we're done with that. We don't want any more of that. Maybe it's time for us to kind of be like a little bit more be more vocal and being like, look, guys, we're sick and tired of this. We're sick and tired of not getting the information. We're sick and tired of, sitting around twiddling our thumbs. We're sick and tired of the same old, same old. We want something moving forward here. We just want something moving forward because it just feels like at this point it's at our expense. The soldiers are getting the mutiny is getting near. Let's just say this. The ground troops are mutinying soon. So yeah, right. So let's land this ship, guys. All right. So cheers.